I look around the room of those who are left here today. There's so many volunteers who've knocked doors, who've made telephone calls, who put up yard signs. And guess what? It's time to now start taking them up. I want to say thank you. Thank you. To those who supported our campaign, speaking up for us, contributing to us, and believing in us. I say thank you. To my team that's worked on our campaign side, I say to each and every one of you, raise your hand to all of our staff, to our campaign manager, Bridget, the whole field team, to our special advisor, Hannah, Victoria. That's the money person, y'all. There you go. And she brought a lot in and helped us raise a lot to get here today. Let's give a hand to the team. And I say to the team, thank you. And we have members of our official office staff that's here today. Raise your hand if you're here. Of those who are engaging with constituents every single day. And we've closed hundreds of constituent cases. I mean, they're out and about Eastern North Carolina making it happen for the people of our community. Let's give them a hand. Thank you. I want to be clear. We have what I would say a relentless coalition of Democrats, Republicans, unaffiliated third party who've supported us. And we've been able to pull this coalition together. And it's obvious when you look at our performance. I want to say to each and every one who have supported us, regardless of your political affiliation, your registration, thank you. For all of those who have prayed for me. And I'm telling you, there's been a lot of prayers. Thank you so much for the prayers. And I will continue to not only pray for you, but to continue to pray for the great people of Eastern North Carolina. I'm so grateful for the calls, the text messages, the social media posts. There were some not so good posts, but hey. But thank you for those who commented, share your thoughts with others about our campaign. Thank you. And to my family, to my wife, my kids who are here, this has been a journey. I mean, my kids, this is really all they've known. I mean, my strength has been my service. From mayor right here in Snow Hill, North Carolina, to serving in the state senate and now in Washington, D.C. Serving as we have some from our church, St. James Presbyterian Church here. I've had many who I've taught over the years as an educator in this community. Serving our country in the United States Air Force. My service has been my strength. And I say it takes then a family who's willing to make sacrifices and to stand with you on this journey. I say to my family, not only thank you, but I love you. My mother, she hadn't even said, my baby tonight. But I want to say this. My grandmother, who raised me, I must believe, even in the wee hours of the morning, she's looking down upon us. This is her first campaign without us right here together. However, I'm so grateful for her upbringing and her love. And I say, thank you. Eastern North Carolina, we're in this fight for you. So many often feel left out and left behind. And please know that I see you, and I'm glad to remain in this fight representing you in the United States House of Representatives, the People's House. And everyone deserves for their voice to be heard in the People's House. And I'm grateful to be able to be in this fight with you. Let me share with you, as I think about the climate that's out there, you all know the tension's been high. There's a lot of frustration on all sides. But let me say, so many families are working hard just to make ends meet. And we must not ever overlook anyone in our communities. And it's important for everyone to be able to go to someone to share their concerns. And what tonight represents in our democracy is that the people here in the East, they have a person that they can come to and talk to, and that we are going to listen to them, each and every one of them, from across this district, from Currituck all the way to Granville County, traveling all the way around to Wilson, Greene County, all the way over to Terrell, and in between. And there's someone that's going to listen to them. That's why I ran for office. That's why I ran for office. And that's why I continue to run for office and to stay on this journey. And I say to the community, all eyes of the nation have been looking at Eastern North Carolina, and look at what you've done. But I ran, and we're going to stay in the fight to make sure that we can keep more of your hard-earned money in your pocket. We're going to make sure that our voices are truly heard in Washington, D.C. And we support our children. And we do have at least one or two here. This is past bedtime. But we're going to fight to make sure that every child across Eastern North Carolina, that they are able to reach their hopes and their dreams. I refuse to give up on the ability of our young people. That's my love, that's my passion, our young people to be able to live the American dream right here in Eastern North Carolina. No one should be left behind because of their zip code or their crossroad. So we know about Browntown around here, don't we? And I can keep on going. No one's voice should be left out because of their political affiliation. My commitment is to serve each and every one of you, to serve all of our families. And my commitment also is to continue to unite us, around the purpose of not of any political party, but the purpose of serving the people of Eastern North Carolina. Why? We're resilient. We're resilient. The East, sometimes left out if you're east of I-95. You can feel left out. And sometimes we just want others to leave us alone. We're resilient people. I'm a proud son of Eastern North Carolina, a proud Southern gentleman. And we must stay in this fight. We're going to stay in the fight to strengthen our economy. We know we have to work for good paying jobs. Too many young people are leaving. And we don't want young people to leave because they feel they have to. We want them to have opportunities right here. That's why we need a Passive Farm Act. We're going to take care of all those farmers who've experienced challenges, and we have seen, especially to our friends out west, the impact of disasters. We need to get to a good farm bill. We're going to continue to protect Seymour Johnson Air Force Base. We worked hard to keep the Air Force from cutting over 500 jobs. We're going to stay in this fight, to be clear. We're going to stay in the fight for our military families and our veterans. Any veterans here today? Let's give our veterans a hand, everybody. Thank you so much for your service to our country. And we're going to continue to fight to make sure that we can deliver your benefits to you in an efficient manner. You've served our country. And the way we say thank you is to take care of you. One of the things I was really passionate about, we went to work early, and we're going to continue this fight for those who experience any sort of injury from the contamination at Camp Lejeune. We're going to continue to stay in this fight, working to create a pipeline with Newport News Shipyard, creating a pathway to good paying jobs. We already have over 1,100 North Carolinians working in the shipyard. And this is what we know. We're being outpaced by China when it comes to shipbuilding and submarine building. And they have to ramp up those efforts in Newport News. And we have so many in the northeastern part of the state that even bleeds down to the east that can go up and take on these jobs. We have to continue to shore up the global transport, which is right down the street from us. We're working to streamline veteran benefits, Social Security benefits. All of these things are important. Enhancing our internet infrastructure. And yes, delivering housing. My greatest priority will continue. And I believe my greatest obligation is to maintain our national security. And I can tell you, when we look at what's taking place around the world, I've traveled to Ukraine. I've traveled to Israel. I stood in Kibbutz Kfar Aza, looking into Gaza. And this was just days. It was August before October. My friends, I'm looking at you right here to let you know that we are going to stand with Israel. And I'm going to tell you why. If we do not stand up to the terrorists, they will come and they will continue to terrorize. We're going to protect the American people, y'all. That's my commitment. That's my commitment. We have delivered millions of dollars for community projects across this district. I've traveled over 300 stops to counties across this district. I want you to know that I take my work seriously. I take it to heart. And I take pride in the way we've done it. Do you realize the Congressional Management Foundation? And this is more recognition to the team that's here to serve you. And this is why we're here. they were recognized. We were recognized, our office, with the Democracy Award, which outlines our ability to deliver excellence in constituent services, especially innovation. We were the only freshman office to receive this recognition. We're working for you. That's our commitment, our constituents. And with that, we know that the General Assembly, they've redrawn the map. So this is a new district. But I want to be clear. I welcome Currituck, Camden, Wayne, Lenoir, and Granville counties into the first district. And I would assure them that we are going to give them the service that they deserve. In terms of my leadership, I want to be clear. I plan to continue to lead in a balanced way. Here it is. The campaign is over. The campaign is over. We're going to continue to advocate for access to reproductive health. That's the right thing to do. We're going to continue to prioritize comprehensive immigration reform that includes securing the border. There's been so much talk over the campaign about what did Davis do or not do. Okay, it's over. We're going to continue to push to secure the border. I think it's the right thing to do. And when we look at our numbers, I think it's important for us to understand that there are concerns. There are concerns across the East. I've traveled to the border, not once, not twice, but 3 times. And every single time I went, I had a different encounter, different experience. Here it is in Arizona at the Tucson sector. Last year, they seized 51.4 million fentanyl pills. They're screening less than 5% at the border. Let's be clear, this poison is making it into our country and into our neighborhoods. We had 4 people just a few months back in Goldsboro, right down the street, that died within a 3-day window. This is real. This is real. Look at it for yourself. Look at it for yourself. The arrests, drug-related arrests. So many are feeling the impact of this. So many families been impacted with addiction. We know fentanyl overdoses, over 4 cases are taking place in this state every single day. 200 across the country. And someone shared it this way. If an airliner went down every single day in this country, how in the world would we be quiet? We cannot afford to be quiet on this issue. So many families are impacted, including mine. We have to do everything we can. I was talking to the port director, and when he shared with me 2 things that really stood out. They're color coding the fentanyl. Here it is. To make it more attractive for kids. The other thing, he said, you're here looking at fentanyl, but actually we're beginning to see more potent cocaine come through. My friends, this is real. Many impact and families have been impacted. And I just want to make sure that you hear me, that we're going to stay in this fight for our families. As a native son of Eastern North Carolina, I'm proud to represent you. And I'm honored to be able to represent you again in the 119th Congress. Tonight is special. It's late indeed, but it's special. It is special because we have come together, and this is a historic moment. And I want to thank you for coming to be a part of it. I feel good. I feel good. I might be up the rest of the morning. And I will say to each and every one of you, it is so important for us to put people, our families, above politics. I say to each and every one of you, may God bless you. Thank you for your support, your friendship, your love for this community. Thank you for embracing our campaign. May God bless you. May God bless your family. May God bless Eastern North Carolina. It's my home. I have a deep passion. I said, we did this one for the home team. The home team went on this one. We played on home turf for the home team. May God bless you, this state. May God bless America. All right. I'm not sure what we want to do here.
Oh, it is? Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Hanging in there.
Hey. I'm about to tell them about you. Because if it wasn't for you, we would be gone. I'm going to tell them that. I'm going to tell them that. Hey, Congressman, congratulations. I'll tell you, your wife, she kept us all from leaving.
Did y'all?
I'm going to let you know you got a good one. She was fighting for you. She was fighting for you.
Hey, I almost fell asleep now. How you doing?